Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne-Marie Band, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. We'll be moving this to a couple of days a week as we have moved internally behind the paywall on the Benzinga Pro platform. We'll have these updates every day. But let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the ES right now. We just had the jobs number. I do not know what the number is, but I can tell you this fade that we had that pulled back really held this 37-ish zone, 35-ish zone. Take a look at where it is. It's right around the close of the prior day, just a little bit above it, and the traders rocketed higher. A lot of shorts covering, a lot of folks caught in the noise, but see what's happening. Look, we go up, we retrace for a couple of days, we go up, we retrace for a couple of days, we go up, we retrace for a couple of days, we go up. Guess what's going to happen next week? Yeah, we're going to retrace for a couple of days. So the thought process here is today we are in a bullish zone because there are a lot of short sellers that immediately thought they would run the prices off as soon as we lost this 42.40 area. They piled in hard and then they got jammed up right at about 42.34. Everybody started coming back in. So where's the upper crest for the day? Well, you'll notice this wick over on the monthly, it's 42.60. I'm really not sure we go much higher than that today. Just my suspicion. But what I do know is this, our pullbacks are buy zones. Ideal buy zones are going to come at around the 42.40 area. If they hold here on the first pass, we know it's a buy up into the range. If we lose it, we know we're going to head down to the low of the pre-market. So the question is then, how does that look? Let's go to a 5-minute. Look at what happened up here. Do you see how traders tried to push higher up over 42.50, but they exhausted? Why? Because there are no more buyers up there, right? So because they could head higher, they go, I guess I probably ought to take some profit. Coming right back into this edge, 42.50, they tried it again, but they made a lower high. And now what are they doing? Very likely coming into this sideways pressure event right down here at this 42.40 zone. Okay? If they hold it, now here's the inside, right? That's an outside bar. If they hold this edge of 42.45, they're going to chop around until they resolve out of this sideways pattern. Okay, and that's going to be same for the ES, the NQ, the YM, SPY, Qs, whatever you're looking at, they all look the same, right? Take a look at this 5-minute action. It tried to move up, but it double topped. Love the 5-minute double top in this space. Comes in, doesn't even run from the news, right? Here's the news. It just collapsed on the news. So that's going to be interesting to do the read-through. But what are they doing here? You see this old area of support? Look for the 5-minute. Look at the region where the trader said, last time we were here, we broke out and we went higher, so why don't we see what happens here? The micro E-futures room that's run by JJ and that crowd over there, they are really fantastic at showing us this look below and fail to give us that quick snap trade into the area and then realize that shorting action is going to continue as long as they don't get above the zones. And so that is what is happening with this chart. It's collapsing into the support area, 14,500, and then they're off to the races again, folks. It really is as simple as stepping back, looking at where the buyers engage, and stepping back and looking at where the sellers engage. Look at this daily chart. This is a double top formation, brought all kinds of sellers in here. But here's the thing. If they can't get below the close of the prior day, the buyers are going to come right back in and smash them in the face. It just is what it is. Okay? Levels to watch today: SPY, pullbacks or buy zones, right? I don't really like this formation. I'm going to be completely honest. It's just horrible, right? But it is going to push forward. My thought is, if it fails to breach the high of the overnight, I'm going to start looking at fades that bring me into this 422 area. And then I'm going to watch to see if it holds and bounces, just goes sideways. We'll look for an iron condor of some kind, or it begins to collapse and it moves further down to the south. All right? A lot of people thinking that June is going to be a really messy month. I have no idea, right? I really have no idea. All right, so here we are. Same thing in the Qs, moving up and then double topping just like the NQ. Let's take a look at the IWM very quickly. IWM does look like it's recovering. There are a lot of people floating around in here in this IWM space. I would like to say that I believe that what buyers are trying to do is hold the floor, but the problem is, see this floor in the monthlies? What do I mean by floor? The base of support. This area is very porous. Break down, out, and we're making lower highs. So I think this chart is going to collapse again. I just do. It doesn't look very good. I'll tell you where a lot of option sellers are coming in. Excuse me, option buyers. They're thinking the same thing. They're thinking, hey, I'm going to buy this floor, right? A ton of people piling into this, but the expiration is in September. So what I want to see is the bounce that gives us the fade, and then from there, we'll start looking for more price action that holds the floor, and we can trade to the upside. Right now, this looks like death on a stick. Okay, take it easy, folks, and I will see you next week. Take care.